What's up, everybody? What's up, chat? Hope everybody's doing good today. I'm completely exhausted. We're not going to take too long on this, man, because I am tired. I want to get at least a good amount of sleep today, which is not going to fucking happen because I got shit like this I got to do. But anyway, we're here. We're live. What's up, everybody? So we're here. We're live. As you guys can see, we got the gameplay enhancement Courtside report here that we are going to be going over. Like I said, we're not going to go super long on this stream. We're just going to go until I'm done talking about everything here. And then obviously later after I get up, I'll take this, publish this, the VOD, so people can watch the VOD. I'll also upload it to the YouTube channel. ItsMeSnoops. You guys should go over there and subscribe. But yeah, anyway, I'm like, regardless of me being exhausted or not, I'm still super excited for this, man. I'm still super excited for this. I know I'm a tad late to this. I was in a League of Legends game. I was playing some Wild Rift while waiting, and I got stuck, man. I got stuck in the game. So yeah, that's whatever. I mean, we're here now. And let's go over the gameplay stuff because I'm completely excited to see what stuff they're doing here, man. So they have the gameplay trailer. I already watched the trailer that was posted on Twitter. Nothing too crazy. They're just showing how they're practically taking real life footage. Also, hey, thanks for giving us a fucking date that I was complaining about earlier about. But practically, if you imagined in practice hitting a contested shot over the hands of an invisible defender on the blacktop in your driveway or in the gym, you know it's simply not the same as experiencing it in a real game, and that's essentially the difference between mocap and ProPlay. Mocap has excelled at getting NBA 2K to this point, bringing players closer to NBA action. Closer to NBA action than ever before, and will continue to serve as an important role, but ProPlay swaps the unnatural technology for peak performance in a natural and intense environment. The shots, motion, anytime the player is moving off ball around the court, dribbling, rebounds, blocks, passes, and free throws feel different in NBA 2K24 Next Gen because they've been captured in real-time scenarios. Previous iterations of NBA 2K have featured a variety of dribble packages and unique jump shots, but capturing a contorting athletic layup under the basket or an ankle-breaking step back to create separation from a lockdown defender in a pivotal moment of a game hasn't been possible to this degree. So they have new animations, jump shots, signature movement, offense and defense. This is something that's very, very important here. This is something that is very, very important that I want to talk about, offense and defense, because they have talked about this before. I forget if I think it was like 2K21. I think they've been talking about this since 2K21, and we still have yet to have seen it actually be put in the game. But signature animations, obviously we have, you know, dribble styles and pass styles. But one of the things that has been talked about before and was teased about was defense styles. So I wonder if that's going to fit the play a bit here, because it says signature movement, offense and defense. So I wonder if they are going to bring back or introduce the defensive style animations like the Kawhi Leonards, the Paul Georges, as they have teased before. So yeah, man, it's definitely going to be interesting. Every aspect in the game received an added layer of realism. So jump shots, dunks, layups, all that stuff powered by ProPlay. It's interesting, but let's talk about shot timing. Shot timing is definitely going to be interesting here. Players who play in Hall of Fame difficulty or in a rec or a city will be playing with green or miss shot timing for the ultimate challenge, but team control based modes like quick play, my NBA, or my team will see more forgiving shot timing, so you won't have to memorize every single player's release to the exact frame to be successful. I don't really care too much about that. The shot timing release time setting has been converted to a new setting called shot timing visual cue. Now, instead of time based, you can set your desired release point on certain animation cues like the jump shot or set like the jump or set point or shot release. This makes it much easier easier to play with players and teams you're not as familiar with. I mean, this is interesting. I mean, to be fair, I didn't really mind the shot timing. It's just one of those things where it's just like everybody has their preference on shot timing, so I don't really think that's the issue, because I feel like now with this there is going to be some sort of zen. I feel like with this there's definitely going to be some sort of zen issue, I do believe. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe there won't be, but to me, just having it to where you can set exactly where your cue is and where your green window is definitely going to be interesting. But it's just definitely going to be that situation where I don't know if it's going to be easier for Zens because of this compared to the shot timings from 23. It's definitely interesting. I definitely was talking something like this before, how interesting this would be, and with this is definitely going to be one of those situations where it's definitely going to be a lot more interesting here. But yeah, layup timing is now on by default. Has also been redesigned to be much more forgiving for easy finishes at the rim, while also rewarding players who master it. I mean, but they say floaters, reverses, euros, hop steps, scoops are going to be much more effective this year and great tools to have as a slasher. That's going to be interesting. But I mean, layup timing has always been something that I've turned off because it's just one of those things where it's just like you missed a lot of the times. Maybe layup timing is actually going to be useful now. That's something that we'll have to find out, man. Just trying to find my drink here because I can feel it in my throat. For dunkers on new gen consoles, you can now force controllable rim hangs from any two-hand dunk by simply keeping the sprint trigger held when the dunker grabs the rim. Down on the pro stick will give you flashy dunks to get the crowd hyped, and up, down, or down, up. Double throws will let you attempt contact dunks in traffic with the dunk meter. Meter dunks are green or miss on higher difficulty levels. So now you have to be precise to finish off the play. Paint play. Bigs are going to have a lot of fun dominating in the paint in 2K24. You can now branch out of any offensive rebound to a putback attempt by simply pressing the shoot button after the catch. Post fades and hop shots are also really effective shots for post players. Strength and weight can definitely be felt in the paint as high rated glass cleaners easily grab boards over smaller players and finish those easy second chance points. They talk about dribbling, all this stuff here. I definitely want to hear what Mike Wang has to say here. Okay, I don't care about all this.
Shooting has been customized and improved for all various modes, difficulties, and player skill levels. But in order to get high percentage shots, you need to know how to create separation off the dribble. One of my favorite elements in NBA 2K24 is the dribble breakdowns. Each player has two versions. Regular breakdowns are done by flicking up on the right analog stick, and aggressive breakdowns are done by flicking up with sprint held. This will initiate a sequence of signature size-up moves that you can use to create separation with on their own, or branch out of at any time for an explosive drive or other dribble move combo. This year features all new signature double crosses, hezi crosses, and escape moves. Another major addition is the blowout dribble. Tapping the sprint trigger while moving will give you a quick burst of speed where the ball handler pushes the ball ahead to get out quickly on the break. In the front court, tapping sprint will give you a quick change of pace to quickly blow by defenders. Adrenaline boosts are back, but have been redesigned to make both offense and defense more skill-based. On offense, boosts are no longer lost when pulling off dribble combos or moving short distances. This gives dribblers more freedom to create off the bounce. But boosts will disappear every time the on-ball defender can bump the ball handler on a drive attempt. Losing adrenaline won't feel like moving in mud like last year, but it will heavily impact shooting attributes. So if a good defender can bump the dribbler 2 or 3 times in a single possession, they'll have a really tough time scoring if they do manage to get free. Creating your own shot off the dribble is the only way to get good shots. Knowing how to operate away from the ball is just as important. NBA 2K24 features new right analog stick jukes and other quick explosive moves to free yourself up for a shot. Tapping the sprint trigger will also give you a huge burst of speed to find open spots on the floor for spot-up jumpers or easy rim runs for dunks. Everything about offense, defense, and coaching has been streamlined to make NBA 2K24 more enjoyable for all. We can't wait for you to experience the ultra-realistic gameplay in NBA 2K24.
Alright, cool. Give me 1 second here, chat, while I let's send this out here. Alright, cool. So shooting has been customized and improved for all various modes, difficulties, and player skills. But in order to get high percentage shots, you need to know how to create separation with the dribbling. Yeah, they talked about this and stuff. You talked about adrenaline boost and all that. Takeover. Alright, let's talk about Takeover. Takeover returns to 2K24 on new gen consoles, but with a different spin. In the past, you selected Takeover abilities as part of the build creating process when you got hot in game. When you got hot in game, your Takeover abilities would then activate and improve your player's abilities. This year, you don't assign a Takeover during the build phase and instead have the ability to choose whatever you want on the fly. When you fill out the Takeover meter, you can pull up a menu that lets you choose between finishing, shooting, playmaking, or physicals. Hold on. So finishing, shooting, playmaking, defense / rebounding, or physicals. Activating one of those categories would boost all your ratings in that specific categories, and now you have flexibility to evaluate what's happening on the court to see what your team needs before deciding how you want to take over. If you delay your takeover activation for the second meter, you can activate double takeover, which allows you to select 2 different categories of ratings to boost. Finally, when you unlock Mama Mentality, activating double takeover will boost all of your attribute categories, making you a true beast on both ends of the floor. Okay, well, this is definitely interesting. This goes alongside what I have been talking about beforehand. If you guys don't know me, I constantly am coming up with ideas for 2K and especially the takeovers. One of the ideas that I had was not selecting our own takeovers, but us getting our takeovers in the game. One of the ideas that I had for that was actually getting a takeover based on what we did to get takeover. So if we got a steal to get takeover, we would get lockdown takeover. If we did a moving shot, we would get shot creator takeover. If we finished at the rim, we would get, you know, slasher takeover. Rebounding, we got glass cleaner takeover, block, rim protector, so on and so forth. You guys understand what I'm saying. But that was one of the ideas that I had. But this is definitely interesting, and it says that it's going to give us a boost to all of our ratings in that specific category when that was already a thing. That's the weird thing is that they talk about it being a boost of ratings, all your ratings in that specific category, when before that was already a thing. Like, for the people that don't know, when you have takeover, especially in like some of the older games, especially if we go back to even like 20 and 21 and all that, if you were to activate a takeover, if you were able to activate takeover, you would, like, especially if you had shooting takeover, you would still have a little bit of a boost to your defense. So it's not like you were completely only getting boost to your shooting, you're also getting a little bit of a boost to, you know, other stats like vertical and strength and stuff like that, and you're also getting a little bit of extra boost to defense, like a +5 to defense, but you would be getting, like, instead like a +10, +15, or however much it was, you'd be getting that extra you know, boost to whatever your takeover was for. But then you would get, you know, a slight boost to, you know, other stuff as well. Some things you want to get a boost for, but you technically got a lot of boost for everything else. So it's technically all, like, unless it's a very significant boost here, I don't really see the point in it just being that. So I mean, obviously they're not saying it here, but there's got to be, you know, some of the benefits to having slasher takeover. Like if we say finishing, it should give us the finishing ability that we're able to do instead of just having a ratings boost. It should also give us the ability to like get by people easier, finish easier, or like shooting, we should be able to shoot from a longer distance. And you know, playmaking, you know, should give us, you know, the ability to pass better, pass faster, maybe, all kinds of different stuff. Like there's definitely something that's gonna have to that we're gonna have to have other than just ratings boost, in my personal opinion. Otherwise, it won't matter. Everybody's just gonna choose the takeovers that are gonna best benefit them instead of just choosing what is quote unquote best for the team. Because it's not gonna matter. Besides, it says when you unlock Mama Mentality, activating double takeover will boost all of your attribute categories, no matter what. So it's whatever. Blah blah blah. So, you know, coaching, stuff like that. They talk about freelances here and substitutions. Yeah, so not really too much here, other than talking about, you know, the shot timings, the, you know, the new animations, and the adrenaline boost working differently. So so other than that, there's really not a whole lot here, which is disappointing. I know to a lot of players, they're probably like, oh yeah, there's like some really, really good stuff here, but I mean, yeah, but at the same time, it's like we waited, we literally sat here and waited for this kind of info when it's like they could have given us so much more, honestly. I feel like them deciding to give, like, I feel like everybody's just overhyping this at this point, because, and I'm not saying that just because I'm exhausted, but I'm just saying it because it's like, this is all we're getting for the week. We have to wait until next week to get even more info for the game, and at this point the only thing that is announced for next week that is even remotely exciting is Mamba Moments, and we probably won't even get that until the end of the week. Like, it's Tuesday right now, and we got the only info that we're getting for the rest of this week. Then we have to wait until next week to get any more info, and then that info is gonna be dumb and stuff that we don't care about. I know some people probably would, especially like the My NBA stuff. Some people probably would care about that, but the W stuff, not a lot of people are going to care about that. It's like, you know, 1-2% of the community probably that would. The thing that most people are going to be excited about is the Mama Moments, obviously. But another thing is we have to wait 2 weeks. We literally have 2 weeks, a full 14 days from today. Literally a full 14 days before we can even get info on Mycareer. And that's if we are going based on that's literally if we're going based on what they were talking about before, and going based on their schedule that they put out on Twitter. So, because according to what they put, we have to wait until the week of the 28th, which is Monday of the 28th, which is literally, you know, the last full week before the game comes out, because then the week of the 4th is when that's the week that the game comes out. So the week before release week is when we are getting that info for Mycareer, the city, and my team. But the problem is they're not giving us anything for this week. Perhaps, maybe that's just because on Thursday or even Friday they could be dropping a demo. to compensate for them not really dropping much info here, but because they already dropped the gameplay stuff, the gameplay trailer, they told us, like, they didn't really give us anything in terms of like the actual builder. So they're hiding the builder from us because last year, if I go over here to 2K23 and we go over here to the Courtside reports, go to gameplay enhancements. This is for 2K23. So for 2K23, we'll see that, you know, we got the gameplay stuff, the rim stuff, whatever, adrenaline boost, all this stuff here with the shot timing, the shot meters, the defensive stuff. But look at this, they had a whole section about badges, builds, and takeovers. So they literally talked about the My Player builder here, kind of, but then here they talk about the new badge system, where, you know, they have the core badge system, but not only that, but they talk about these badges, like finishing badges that they've added or changed or removed. Same thing with shooting, same thing with playmaking, same thing with defense. They talked about the takeover. I mean, they didn't go super crazy in depth on the builder itself, but they did talk about everything here. I mean, they talked about takeover in the article that we just read, but they literally gave us nothing else other than that. They're like, hey, here's new takeover, or this is how the new takeover is going to work. They didn't talk about the badges or the badge system or anything. So maybe perhaps this is their way. Maybe this is their way of saying, we're teasing you because we are giving, like, we'll give you the gameplay stuff, but we're not going to give you the satisfaction of knowing much more about badges because we're giving you a thing here. Let's see, interpass or AI, yeah, whatever, because this is all about substitution stuff. Cool, whatever. I mean, I know this is like only for like next gen stuff, like the ProPlay is only for next gen, but they could have at least dropped something else as well here. Because right here, gameplay or ProPlay, and then that's it, and then we have to wait 2 weeks until we get Mycareer, the city, and my team info, which is like a week before the release week for the game. So I mean, if we have to wait 3 weeks for the game to come out, and we have 2 full weeks, a full 14 days before we even get information on Mycareer and whatnot, I feel like this would be the best time for them to drop a demo, because we do have a long lull period for the rest of this week. So people are going to be sitting around, they're going to be bored because they're like, all right, we got through the gameplay hype, what's next? And, you know, we have the W in my NBA, which is kind of just a nuisance at this point. Like, nobody really cares as much about these as they do about Mamba moments. But we had the gameplay with ProPlay. Kind of obnoxious that this is all we get for this week. But then, as you can see, there's 3 things here that are listed, 3 things here that are listed. So we have 3 things for these 2, and then for the week of September 4th, so the week that the game releases, they have season 1, and it says ... and more. So there's obviously going to be some stuff that they might give us info on that isn't like specified here. They could also be teasing the demo. It's just one of those things where it's like they're not really giving us much here, because they're like, hey, here's gameplay info. Now wait a full 7 days before we give you any more info on the game. And it's going to be info that not a lot of people care about. But by the way, the most important things that people really care about and want to hear about, yeah, you have to wait a whole 14 days. So that's literally 2 weeks, unless they specifically waited and did all this because they knew people were going to play Madden and that they knew that a lot of people would have another game to go to. Then good on them. They played that smartly with that strategy. But if Madden just for some reason got delayed for like a couple weeks, then they would have gotten fucked. And a lot of people would have just been sat here bored, sitting on their hands, being like, okay, well, we got gameplay info. Now I have to just sit here and wait 14 days to get Mycareer info and just be bored because they don't have anything else. Me, that's how I am. I'm bored. I'm already bored. I'm already over the gameplay hype. I just want to know more about Mycareer in the city. I want to know more about my team, man. Like, that's the one thing I want to know is my team or the builder. They gotta be giving us. They gotta be giving us a demo. If they don't get, like, here's the thing, I said it in a tweet. I want to see if I can find this tweet for you guys. I want to see if I can find this tweet where right here I literally said, well, to be fair, we had at least something every day leading up to 23 because here, like, they actually mapped it out for, like, I mean, yeah, we had to wait longer. We had to wait like a lot longer, and we had to wait like practically until like the game was almost out. But at least we got something every day to look forward to. Whether it was like an actual Courtside report or, you know, whatever the case may be, for that day. If it was a Courtside report or just like a tweet in a video or whatever it was, we still had at least something to look forward to. And that's the one thing that I feel like is obnoxious about this. This is the one thing that I feel like that is obnoxious about this is that if you look at this for a fact, you can, like, there's just a big time jump that we have to go through. And I literally said, and I quote, well, to be fair, we had at least something every day leading up to 23 once they did start dropping info. This year, we're stuck waiting. Unless they plan on giving us the demo, the hype will fizzle out for me. Gameplay tomorrow, which I tweeted this yesterday. As you can see, 7:40 p.m. I tweeted this yesterday. But I said, gameplay tomorrow, then 2 whole weeks before Mycareer, my team in city. So literally, if they were to sit here and not give us a demo, I feel like a lot of people in the hype of the game would be fizzled out. People are going to be bored of the game. They're not going to have like literally not as many people are going to be hyped. Like the boredom is going to be shown there because it's like we're waiting, we're not getting anything useful. It's like a whole week goes by and then it's like, oh yeah, cool, new week, new info. Oh, it's just the W and my NBA mama moments is pretty cool, but the thing that everybody wants to see is literally Mycareer, the city, my team, which is all grouped up within 1 week. And they decided, oh yeah, we're gonna announce only gameplay for the first week, and then we're gonna make people wait 2 whole weeks to get information that they actually care about. They gotta be dropping a demo. They're like, at this point, there's no way. If they don't drop a demo, they're kind of they kind of are dropping the ball. They're dropping the ball. I know, like, some people will probably argue and be like, why would they drop a demo? Because Madden just came out. And it's like, well, do you think they really give a shit about Madden? Madden literally just came out and they just started dropping 2K info. I don't know if they really care about fucking Madden. They're like, okay, Madden just dropped. All right, we're gonna drop our info for 2K for 24, man. But yeah, I mean, this is all that we have right now, is like literally this. If I refresh the page, you can see that's like literally the only courtside report that we have, meaning that, you know, it's boredom time. It's time for me to get some sleep. But yeah, so let me know on Twitter. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys want to see a demo possibly release this year? Maybe within this week or next week, which whenever they decide to do it. Would you guys like to see a demo? What are your guys' thoughts on how they are doing the info this year compared to last year? There's a lot of pros and cons, but let me know your guys' opinion. I think I am done with this already. I thought there was probably going to be a little bit more, but you know, that's sad. I'm already done. I'm tired though. I don't know if you guys can tell from my eyes how exhausted I am. I'm going to get some sleep, but you know, I'm eventually going to get this published, this VOD published, and then I'll export this over to YouTube. So if you guys are watching this on YouTube, thank you for stopping by. And for everybody that's, you know, lurking on Twitch, hanging out, appreciate y'all stopping on through for my live reaction of the gameplay enhancements courtside report. Yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you on the next one. Later, everybody.